Hello, everyone. I'm Chang. First, I want to say thanks to Nadiya Shah to invite me for this presentation. Today, I'm going to talk about the secret power of a station planet. Why? Because more and more between now, August to the September, you will hear about people talking about the six planets are retrograde. And then, however, before the planet move retrograde, and also when they finish the retrograde movement, before they move forward again, they will have a two tiny period they call stationary when planet stand still, not going to move. Most astrologers talking about the retrograde planet, but you will hear about Nadiya talking about stationary. So today I decide to go a little bit more deep to discover a little bit about the secret power of stationary planets. Especially, we will focus on those planets stationary during the August and September 2023. Today, I will from a view of the Western modern astrology view, I will explain what is the stationary planet and with a little bit of like a visualizing astronomy, not really deep. If you like that kind of a very hardcore astronomy, please come to my YouTube AOA UK one, and I will give you more about very very hardcore astronomy things. And also we will discuss the how astrologer define stationary planet and also how we interpret them. Then finally, we will go one by one to examine those planets go stationary between the August and September 2023. Okay, so let's start. The first and we have to know, I think you will hear a lot of astrologers talk about this, is that the planet go retrograde. But if you look them from the solar system view, they are not really go retrograde. So let me share my PowerPoint with you. So the first, okay, this is a, let me go from here. Okay, so for first, yes, you see the beautiful CGI. We will see all the planet orbit the sun with the same direction. If we look this, if we check this out, we will notice that planet doesn't go retrograde. All the planet orbit sun with one direction. One direction. So if you look from the center of the solar system view, it is like this. But however, if we look from the sky, from the Earth view, usually most of the time we will look at planet moves, okay, from the sequence of the Aries to Taurus to Gemini, follow the sequence. We call it they move direct. So here you just see I think I make a PowerPoint about the planet move from you will notice a little cluster there that's the called Pleiades. So and you have see the bright star, that's a big star called Aldebaran. So they move in this direction. Usually we see this is the we call it direct movement. So but sometimes it's not every day planet move in this way. Sometimes planet will make a loop and go backward and then forward again. But during this so-called retrograde motion, they will have a 2 point when planet stand still. So the first, they stop and they stand still there for a couple days. Sometimes it can last for 1 week, depending on planet. They will stay there and then prepare to move backward. So now we can see when they stand still, and then now they start to move backward with, we call it the retrograde motion. So it moves backward and make a loop. And then by the time they finish their retrograde motion, they will have second station. They will stop there for second time and then get ready to move forward again. Get ready to move forward again. So this is the visualizing when you look it from the sky. This is so important for astrology because if we don't look at the sky, we probably have no idea how planet is stationary because they will really stay there against certain big star and you will see they were not moving. So that's why astrologer call it stationary. So there is, as we say, there are two stationary points. And even for the ancient traditional astrologer, they will have a different interpretation. It's very easy because the first stationary for the traditional astrology, first stationary is before they move backward. It's like someone who get ill, get sick, and they couldn't move. They have to lie down to rest. So it's not a good omen for them. But for modern astrology meaning, we will say this is their first station. So this is the station, the preparation for the retrogression. They stand still, they stop moving. But it's like a change gear. It's like they change the gear, they are get ready to move for the backward, they have to change gear, stop and change gear. So it's a preparation. But you also, during this time, you look back because you are ready to move backward. So we start to look back and we focus because it's like, I usually explain this like when we are going out, but suddenly we stopped and we try to remember, have I bring my key? Have I locked the door? Have I turned off the electricity? Have I turned off the gas oven? You just stand there and think, oh no, I forget to turn off the light and the electricity is so expensive. Now I have to back home, move backward to go to turn off the light. So this is a focus. You stand still, you stop, and you think again, do I need to do anything? And then it's a double check. So you stop and think and you reflect, you double check, you think again and again. This is usually the meaning of the first station. Now let's come to the second station. Remember, this station is after retrograde and they stopped again before they move forward again. So it's stop and prepare to, move forward. Again, it's still the standstill, but doesn't mean they do nothing, okay? Stop moving, but doesn't mean they do nothing. It's again a chance to change the gear and prepare. Prepare for what? Prepare for move forward. Still, stand still and the station always mean focus and the concentration. You concentrate, you think. So first station, you think, what should I correct? Now you think, okay, what if I have second chance? So you double check and you have second chance. You examine everything for the future. And you are thinking about what if I have second chance to correct something? So the two stationary points bring two different meaning in the natal chart, in the transit, and also in the progression chart. So now I'm going to share with you is that how we going to find out the stationary planet. Okay, well, it's by the definition, and every astrologer have different definition of how to define the stationary planet. Today, I'm going to share what I learned before from the Faculty of Astrology studies. Okay, so let's go. There is two ways. So one is you can use ephemeris. Is always astrologer's good friend. Check ephemeris. But today, more people using the app, checking on the phone. So I will tell you how to do it. Okay. So the first, let me go to share with you the website of astro.com, the website of astro.com, because it is a very, very useful, very, very useful point to see the how we going to use the ephemeris to check the retrogression planet and also the stationary. Okay, here we are. When you go to astro.com and if you scroll down, and you will see, or they give you a lot of things. It's very, very good website. Please check it out. You can also check the Astro Data Bank. There is a lot of famous people's birth chart there. But if you go to the 9,000 year ephemeris, now this is our good friend because you know planet position everywhere. Okay, so let's scroll down to if we're going to check the, for example, now to end of 2020, August 2023. So we click on 2023, and then you will see the ephemeris. Now we scroll down. Okay, first, if you never used ephemeris before, let me quick explain what it is. Ephemeris is a table to tell you planet position and the zodiac. So you have a first column, you have a date, and second column is so-called sidereal time. This is only used when you're going to hand calculate. Hand calculate chart is very interesting. I love it. And then you have every symbol like a sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, until the Pluto, and then you have the true node, the mean node, Lily, Chiron, and then you have another column is date. But I have to tell you, all these date, all these positions are marked as a 0 o'clock UT. That means the midnight of Greenwich Mean Time. So it's UT, Universal Time. Then you will change to your local time zone according where you are. Okay, so here we are. You probably already know astrologer when astrologer looking for a retrograde planet, we usually were looking for a little symbol of R on the ephemeris. Like here, you will check if we look at the first part of this ephemeris, you will see Saturn have a 5-degree R, 43, and you see next one is a 5-degree Pisces. They tell you Saturn position on the 1st of August is 5-degree Pisces 43, but it is retrograde. It is retrograde. So this is retrograde. And as I say, retrograde, before they turn retrograde, there will be a stationary, and before they finish the retrograde, they will have another station. So that's just check the chart for the Mercury. Okay, just check chart for Mercury, because we know Mercury is going to retrograde on the 24th of August. Remember, if you are living in the America, in the East Coast or West Coast, that would be different date. But here we use the Greenwich Mean Time UT. Okay, so it's the UT 24th of August is on the 21-degree Virgo. Okay, 21-degree Virgo, 51 minutes, it turned retrograde. So first, I will tell you, so in the way to define the stationary planet, we will make planet into two groups. The first group is only Mercury and the Venus, because they are called inner planet. They move very fast. So if we usually define their stationary point. We usually define their stationary point by the degree they turn retrograde. So for example here, Mercury turned retrograde at 21-degree Virgo. So we will say when Mercury arrives 21-degree Virgo, we can start to consider it is stationary, because from this moment, Mercury is not going to move till it have a significant backward move to 20 degrees. Okay, so here we say on the I think is from the 19th of August, it already stepped into the 21, and then until when? Let's check. Until 28 of August. So between the 19th to the 28th of August, we can consider Mercury is stationary. This is the Mercury. So for Venus, okay, let's do it with the Venus. The first time Venus go retrograde, okay? It is in July. So let's check in July's ephemeris, we see the Venus. And the Venus retrograde on the 23rd, and the degree is 28-degree Leo. So the moment the Venus arrived 28-degree Leo, we can start to consider Venus is station. So what date? You probably confused when I say that. Okay, you check the ephemeris, you will find out on the ephemeris it say 18th of July. But you check the degree on the midnight of 18th of July is 28.7 minutes. That means the day before, the 18th of July, it already arrived 28-degree Leo. So I will say from 17th of July we can consider Venus already stationed. Okay, Venus is in the station. So we will say from the 17th of July to, we will say it finish on 28th. So from 17th of July to 28th of July, Venus was stationed. So we have a station Venus that time. So this is the Mercury and the Venus. But because they move fast, so we can consider whole degree. But from Mars onward, from Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, even use Chiron or other dwarf planet or asteroid, you can consider the second method. We consider more detail. So let's go to check on the, I think Jupiter, because Jupiter will be stationary in September. So let's check it. So here we see the Jupiter will turn retrograde in September, in early September. But when we can consider Jupiter is stationary, let's check Jupiter on ephemeris. We will find out on the 5th of September, Jupiter retrograde at 15 degree Taurus, 35 minutes. Okay, now we consider minutes. Okay, so 15 degree Taurus, 35 minutes. So this time from the Mars, Jupiter until the Pluto and the Chiron, we consider their minutes rather than only consider degree. Okay, so when, let's see, on the 1st of September is at 1534, so it's not yet. And on the 2nd of September is 1534. But on the 3rd of September, 1535. But remember, this is UT. So when it already moved into 1535, we can say probably it is already stepped into 1535 on the 2nd of the September. So we will say from the 2nd of September till the 6th of September, we can consider Jupiter a stationary, okay, it's stationary, and before it turns retrograde. So this is the way, if you use ephemeris, how you consider the stationary planet. Remember, the Mercury and the Venus, we consider the degree of their stationary. And for the Mars, Jupiter onward until Pluto or Chiron, we consider degree and the minutes would be exact as they turn retrograde. Okay, this is the way, but most people don't check ephemeris, I know. So you have to know how software do it. So for example, many people use the software AstroGold, use the AstroGold. Okay, you can say easily, we can just check, we can see, they will give you a mark. They will give you a mark, let's see. Okay, here I have the software, I use London. Okay, so let's see, this is the day I recorded the video. Okay, let's see, when we will see a small s appear, but it is very different. Usually for the software, they calculate with a fine detail, and their define usually is like when the planet move, maybe like less than 2% of their daily motion. So it's more precise. Usually when you use the software, you will only notice planet go stationary day before and day after their retrograde motion, or day before, day after when they finish their retrograde motion. So let's check on the here. We can focus on the Mercury because you will notice the difference, okay? Because when I say the Mercury will be retrograde between the 19th of the August, but in the app, they probably not going to show you that. Okay, you have to work out on yourself. So let's check. If I move on day, you will see, yeah, Mercury still not showing. But on this point, you will see Mercury has a rate point. Okay, has a rate point. Usually, you will see they turn the rate point. They tell you the Mercury is considered as the retrograde, considered as a retrograde, and some software will mark as a stationary. Okay, some software will mark as stationary. You will see a little s. So if you use the software didn't show you the s mark, you probably need to check ephemeris. Okay, you have to check ephemeris. Let me use another app. Okay, here you will have the solar fire. This is another app I use. So let me turn you to the animated chart. So here we are. If we move it by day, you see the Mercury. This is the 20th of August. And then if we start to move it, you will see here. Have you noticed Mercury appear as small s and the Venus is have a red R? Okay, you will see here they consider Mercury as a stationary from the 23rd and the 24th. Then only 2 days, and then Mercury turn retrograde. So the modern app have a different way to calculate it, to calculate the stationary planet. So it's your own choice. You can choose use ephemeris that would be much longer stationary time. Like me, I like the longer stationary time because I do find the stationary planet have very, very magical power. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Okay. So we already check the how to interpret different station point, like the first station point and the second station point. We already learned how to check the Mercury or planet stationary from the ephemeris and the app. Now we are going back to check those planet stationary during the August and September. And I'll give you a very quick meaning. Even you are the beginner astrologer, you will understand what should we focus on. Okay. Yes, focus is a key word when you started the stationary planet. Focus is a key word. Okay. Let me share my PowerPoint with you. Here we are. So the first, we will have the stationary Mercury. So Mercury will stationary between the 19th to 28th, 2023. Okay, this is my way to measure the stationary planet. It usually a little bit longer, but most astrologer with the faculty training, we will share the same view because we use the degree rather than use the minutes. Okay, so this is the first station. What does that mean? This means the Mercury stationary before it turned retrograde. It stationed at 21 degree Virgo. And remember, we say stationary planet means preparation, reviewing, focus, and look back. So it's a way to think, and it's in Virgo. So we have to blend in the Virgo's meaning. So we will consider how we think and how we process our mindset, how we make a decision, how we judge the thing. This is the Virgo and the Mercury together. How we communicate with each other. And the transport, how we move from one point to another point, we should stop and think. So during this time between 19 to 28, when you're traveling or when you examine the things, when you make decision, you have to ask how I make my decision and how I reach an agreement with other people, and how we get along with siblings, with our brother and sister, and how we get along with our neighbor during this time between 19 to 28 August. This is what we should focus on with Mercury theme, especially Mercury in Virgo theme. Now the next, here is the stationary Uranus. Stationary Uranus is between the 23rd August to the September 4th. Okay, so this is also the first stationary. So before Uranus turned retrograde at 23 Taurus 4 minutes. 23. Remember, I say outer planet, we use until the minutes. So again, stationary planet is preparation, is review, is focus, but this is the first one. So we look back, what happened before? We examine those impact of technology on our everyday life. How often you use your mobile phone? How often you rely on social media to make your decision? How often your mindset has been impacted from all this digital world, the AI, the information. And we also going to think out the change in the material life. So how we change our view of money, how we change our view of diet, money, and how we change the view of a value, because it is in Taurus. And the Uranus means change the way we think. So how we change the things, because when it's stationed, you should ask, since when I start to eat vegan food, or since when I ignore to listen the advice of the some financial advisor, or since when I change my view of a value of a self value. You start to think between the 23rd August to 4th September 4th. Okay, we focus on our change in our life, especially related to money and the value. Okay, that is very important. Then next one is stationary Venus. Is between August 28th to September 10th. Okay, see, this is very different from the other planets because this is the second station. As I say, this is the station before they move forward. They already finished. Venus already finished its retrograde period. Now, stop, rest, and they're ready to move forward. It is very interesting because in the traditional view, traditional astrology consider the second stationary period is more like someone who, after they get sick, after they get ill for a long time, they finally raise enough and have enough energy to back to daily routine. So this is the time they stand up and get ready to go back to daily routine again. So this second station is on the 12th of Leo. With Venus, we only focus on the degree, okay? So prepare and get ready to move forward. It's a focus, but this time, our focus is planning for the future or get ready for the second chance. What do we do with Venus in Leo? So we focus on our relationship. We focus on social life. What makes us feel comfortable? We focus on the financial situation. We focus on self-worth, our beauty, and how I'm going to show my confidence, how I'm going to show my strength or my beauty in front of everyone. Again, if I have second chance. It is also the time we stop and think about our social life, our relationship, and showing them our self-confidence. And we just have a chance to stand out again in front of everyone to show them our beauty. So this is the stationary Venus between the August 28th to September 10th. And then we will have the stationary Jupiter. Then this is the Jupiter, the first stationary before it retrograde at 12 degrees towards 35 minutes, as we just saw. And the time is between the September 2nd to the 6th, okay? Okay, so between September 2nd and the 6th. So this is the first stationary. So we prepare, we review, we look back. So because it is a Jupiter in Taurus stationary, so we will examine all our material resource, include our money, our bank account, and our view or our attitude toward resource to especially the material life. So we may also, because it's Jupiter, we may also focus on religion. We focus on what we believe, and we also focus on the trust between each other. But don't forget, Jupiter also means freedom, how we have our view about the freedom in our life. This is during what we should think, what we should focus during the stationary of Jupiter between the September 2nd to the 6th. Now, the next one, the last one between the 12th to the 19th of September, we will have a Mercury stationary again. Yes, but this time is the second time. It's the second time, and it is at 8 degree Virgo. Oh, forgive my PowerPoint is the second one. Okay, 8 Virgo. So is the prepare for move forward again. So we focus and we focus on our plan, and we get ready for the second chance. What about the second chance? Second chance of communication, transaction, correspondence, and about the opportunity to correct things. And we maybe think about how to prioritize the things in our daily routine, in everyday's life. So this is all the stationary planet between the August and the September. And if you like this short clip, please, you can share and like. And I have to say thanks to Nadiya to invite me. But if you like more about astrology, learning astrology, or something about the astronomy, because I think when people talking about a 6-planet retrograde, I will have the more deep astronomical explain about how planet move retrograde video on my channel. So please visit. This is my Instagram handle AOA UK ROD, or you can visit me on the YouTube AOA UK1, or send me an email at aoa.inquiry@gmail.com. Thank you for watching and listening. So thanks everyone, and have a nice day.